Welcome to the Nerds Who Swing podcast.
Welcome to the Nerds Who Swing podcast.
I'm Margot.
And I'm Miller. You can find us everywhere where you would find like a normal podcast,
A
iTunes.
normal podcast.
Yeah.
They have normal ones and sexy
They
ones.
do.
They have them all.
This is in the sexy iTunes department. You
Yeah.
can find us anywhere. Just search Nerds Who Swing. Facebook, Twitter, everywhere. You can find us.
Twitter everywhere? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're all the places.
We are everywhere you want us to be.
And you, well, I mean,
or we could be.
there's that.
Yeah. Email us at nerdswhoswing@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Email questions,
Yeah.
comments, send in pictures, and you can be on our logo.
That's right. Every episode, we have a contest where you could be in the Nerds Who Swing logo. Go to our Instagram page, and you can find all of the past winners of every episode.
They're not all me or
No,
you.
You
There
are
lots
in
of other
some, and
people.
I'm in some, but
Yeah.
that was like the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
Now we have all of our sexy listeners
It's so awesome.
giving us their pictures.
It's really,
amazing.
really good.
Yeah.
Now and then they're too sexy, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. I sometimes have to put the words over the titties just so you don't see the nipples, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
Keep sending in those nipples, ladies.
Send us your nipples, exactly. Yeah. Welcome to the Nerds Who Swing podcast.
Thanks for listening.
It's not the way you think that turns me on. The last thing I wanna do is listen to you talk. I don't wanna know what you're about. I just want your dirty little mind and your dirty little mouth.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Q&A episode.
That's right. Questions with Margot.
Oh, just me?
And sometimes
Okay.
Miller. Yeah.
Well, I think it's sort of a back and forth.
Yeah. Is that how this works?
Ideally, yes.
So, Margot,
Yep.
we got a pitch from a listener
Yes.
who happens to live near us.
Yes. They sent us a question.
Yeah, they kicked
And it's
us
a
a
good
question.
Yeah, that's true. If that's a verb, yeah.
It's a verb now. It's about how to protect yourselves and verify couples to prevent catfishing. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, before we even start, we've been pretty lucky, I think, so far. Other than our trip, where we went to Orlando, we haven't really had people like not show up
At
or
least not,
anything like
not
that.
when it got to that point. I do
Right.
think that there has been some people on apps who maybe aren't actually a couple or maybe aren't actually, like, there's been a few fishy
I
there's
agree.
been some fishy business.
And I think
there's been a few things.
yeah.
But in terms of like we have a date and then it doesn't
Yeah.
happen, it's really just been the once, which I guess from what I understand is super lucky and not the norm.
I think we, I don't know if it's our generation, but we feel like we have a pretty good like catfishing skills of knowing when things seem fishy online.
Oh,
and when
catfish
they
detection
don't.
skills.
Yeah, not catfishing people.
Catfishing
we're great
skills,
at
like,
catfishing
we're
people.
so good.
We're so good at tricking people.
We're
And,
actually 85.
Yeah, we've actually catfished our audience this entire
Totally. No one's
show.
noticed yet.
Nobody knew at all. So I think maybe we have a little bit of good detection just because we've grown up with the internet a little bit more than maybe
Possibly.
Potentially other people.
I think so.
But
I
that
mean,
doesn't mean that like what we're going to talk about isn't important because it is.
Oh, it's huge. We tend
think-
to have had pretty good luck. I
Yeah.
think it's also the way we approach all of this. Like we tend to meet people in person because we're at a party
Right.
or because we're at an event or because we're at a club. So like I can see you. So
Yeah.
that's kind of taken care of, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
we,
true.
We
Yeah.
don't meet
We have had
the
very little app,
majority of our people through apps.
Yeah.
Which is probably why our percentage has been pretty
That's true.
good.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I'm just gonna.
It was a few the question had a few parts, I think.
Yeah. From your podcast, it seemed like you guys were relatively lucky to have not to run into much of it.
That's what we just said.
That's right.
They're right.
But we've talked with several couples now who have all experienced very similar patterns to what you have run into. Mm-hmm. They went to a lifestyle event that we've been to one put on by this
Same
group.
people.
Same people. And they went to a seminar about how to kind of help with some of this. Kind of like vetting
It was
people
like
you're talking to.
one of the classes they put on.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, smart. That's a good topic.
it's possible. I guess it was for just new people, but I think it was like an actual like thing. Anyways, the idea is that you ask the other people or person you're chatting with to send you
Couple
a
or
picture,
whatever.
which you do when you're chatting with somebody on one of these apps. You say like,
Do you have any more pictures?
yeah,
Or
do you have a
whatever?
picture that's not your penis? You ask that picture, or you ask for that
Yes.
picture.
Do you have any face pictures?
Yeah.
I can't believe how many times I've said, "Do you have any face
Yeah.
pictures?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but the twist is that when you ask for a picture of the couple, you ask for them to hold something like a common household item.
Something they would have on hand for sure,
Right.
but probably don't have a picture of them holding. So
Yeah.
that way it prevents, that their picture isn't from 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or something like that, because you probably don't have a picture of yourself
Right.
holding this item, because it's got to be weird enough
Yeah.
that you haven't selfied with one before.
Yeah, exactly.
But it has to be normal enough that you have access to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I think the common thing that they said was to ask for a picture of them holding a spoon.
Right. Which is funny because we've had another completely unrelated couple ask us for a picture of us holding
Yeah.
spoons
Yeah.
or a spoon.
Yeah.
We opted for multiple spoons.
Yeah.
But
We called it spoons on the nips.
yeah.
I believe we called it.
Spoony
Yeah.
nips. Yeah. Because they cover, yeah.
Yeah.
They were good.
They were good. Yeah.
So it's just very funny that
Yeah,
it sort of came full circle, because they were like, well, what we've done, because we got taught to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously these people were also maybe in that seminar or
Yeah.
are friends with some of the same people
Yeah.
as us, which is great.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. It was just also funny.
Yeah, it's just that we found out
we've
after.
been
It's like,
spooned,
oh, yeah.
and you asked to spoon, and
Yeah.
the great circle of spoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's a good method, because that's sort of and it's also likely to be a normal picture. Like, we all want to put
Right.
pictures where we think we look nice. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But, if you say, can you take a picture with a spoon?
Yeah.
Likely you're not going to be like, sure, I need an hour to
Yeah.
do full face makeup and,
Yeah.
just like snap a picture
Yeah,
of
just
yourself
take a
with
quick
a spoon.
one, and
Like,
then
you're
you look-
you're a normal
yeah,
human being,
normal,
right?
yeah.
And that's kind of nice too. So then you see people normal, and you definitely confirm that they're kind of who they said that they were.
Yeah.
Like, if it's supposed to be a male-female couple and
Right.
you're only hearing from the guy,
Right. And then you get a spoon picture of just the
just
dude.
the guy, seems fishy potentially, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We have had some of that where
Yeah.
it seems like it's a couple, and then you're only hearing from one side,
Mm-hmm.
and there's only maybe one picture of the girl, maybe not even. And you're like, do you have any more pictures? And
Yeah.
then it's silence. And you're like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. We've had it, I mean, I wouldn't say a lot, but it's happened.
It does happen. Yeah. Yeah. The couple that we were kicking it with, they said that they modified theirs they send pictures like similar to movie posters.
That was
which is cute.
It's adorable. That's such a good idea. It's so funny.
So I think it definitely, like, you want to find your own kind of object to ask people for, because it kind of reflects your personality.
Sure, it's a way to be memorable too, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's the couple that whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we have referred to the couple we sent the spoon picture to as the spoon couple,
That's right.
because they are the ones we sent a spoon picture to.
Correct.
So you can kind of make yourself unique
Right.
by picking something, and then you will be referred to as the whatever
Blank couple. Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, make sure you pick something like, you want to be referred to as.
Right. Something silly, cute,
Yeah, exactly.
and something that's still easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Like
want them to have to
doable.
like go buy an appliance to like have to take
Yeah.
the picture.
Well, but also even like, I don't know, like a glass of wine. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, lots of people have that
Right.
already too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
that I don't know how deep people who are trying to catfish will go. Like, oh, I got a picture with a spoon. Just you wait.
Yeah.
I'll go into my utensil album.
That's
like,
right, yeah.
who knows?
Or they're
right?
really good at photoshopping spoons
Yeah,
into
exactly.
like pictures.
Like they're all listening to this podcast and they're
Yeah.
like, good to know.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Start taking
Spoons.
spoon pictures now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But there's only so much you could do. But I do think that would help.
Mm-hmm.
And then just, the chatting and the
Yeah.
do you have more pictures, and the kind of it should become pretty apparent, especially if you're getting to the let's meet, like let's go on a date, let's
Yeah.
meet, let's whatever. If you still haven't heard, especially if it's a couple,
Yeah.
and you've only really ever heard from one person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's good just to throw that out there.
Yeah, or
And
all
to
of a
make sure-
sudden, sorry, go ahead.
And to make sure that the pictures you're getting are like from this decade.
Well, yeah, that's
You know,
true
like,
too.
We haven't really got that too much.
No,
But it, you know,
I could see it.
I could see it happening too. And people probably don't even mean it or notice that they're doing it. You know, like you're like, oh, I like this picture of me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was from that trip that we went on, and then you look at the year, and you're like,
Oh, geez.
oh,
Should we change
well,
that?
that was a decade ago. We probably shouldn't use that picture anymore on our profile.
Right, and not in a
Not in a mean way, or like you're
Right.
trying to hide what
Exactly.
you look like, but you just like that picture, so you've used it.
yeah.
So it's a good way to kind of make sure you get like a current view of who you're talking to or potentially meeting. Or
Yeah, totally. Totally. And in terms of like if it's a single person that you're chatting with, then that spoon thing would work totally too,
Yeah.
right? Because
yeah.
that's confirming that they're now pictures.
Yeah.
Just
yeah, exactly.
because it is a little different if it's a couple or if it's
Yeah.
a single person.
I agree.
Yeah.
So if you had to pick something like a household item for us to say like, hey,
Interesting.
send us a picture,
Interesting.
what would you pick?
Like a Funko?
Oh
Not
yeah,
everybody has a Funko, but that would be
that would how we
cute.
weed out people though,
Yeah,
because if
that's
they
true.
don't know what Funkos
You
are,
don't
we're
have
like,
a collection of Funkos.
sorry, which Battlestar Galactica Funko is your favorite?
No kidding. Yeah. Are we the only people who have like 30 Funkos? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
But yeah, that wouldn't necessarily be something that everybody would have. But I like the idea of it being something like
to show
figurine-y, you know, because then if it was like you had like a Friends one or you had a, I don't know, Avengers
cool, yeah.
thing or, you know, like something like that where it's like, oh, okay, and you like that and we can
Right.
talk about it. Or if you don't like that, it just does show your personality, right? Which is kind of cool, where you don't get that necessarily with like a utensil.
yeah.
But
I guess
you're
unless
guaranteed people have it. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
I was thinking maybe like if you asked for like to take a picture with their favorite game, like board or video game or something
That's a
like
good
that, it could be a little bit of a conversation thing because most people have
that's true.
some
Something.
sort of board game or video game
Yeah.
or
And likely people are at home, right? When they're doing this, they're not
Yeah.
like,
I don't think they keep their spoons like
well, I mean, that's what I
In the-
mean. If it's a
yeah.
household object, you're not probably doing it
yeah.
in the car or at work
Yeah.
or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah. Oh, I
don't
gotta
text and
find my
drive.
car spoon.
Exactly. Don't do that.
Oh, gotta get that from the trunk and yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. A game would be good. Book, movie. I mean, same idea, right?
Yeah.
But
It's a little bit harder with some of
kind
those
of-
because I don't even know the last physical
well, that's
book
right. Or
DVD
like
that I own, like bought.
it would actually be funny to ask for a picture with the DVD because they'd all be like,
Yeah, that's true.
however
People would be
old.
like,
Like,
"This
no
is
one has
great. I can send
current
all my old
DVDs."
pictures."
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Do you want a VHS?
Yeah, this,
yeah.
this picture from '94.
Yeah. I scanned it
I was a
myself.
teenager.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
It's not the way you think that turns me on. The last thing I wanna do is listen to you talk. I don't wanna know what you're about. I just want your dirty little mind and your dirty little mouth.
I'm good either way.
Well, because if you do one and then I can do this one, and then you can do the next one.
Okay, sure.
Then I'm sandwiched in the middle.
Oh, you love being sandwiched in the middle.